Okay, here we have an algebra question. A shop sells picture frames in different sizes. The height h and width w of each frame are linked by the formula h equals 1.5 w plus 12. Okay, so that means that the height of each frame is 1.5 multiplied by the width plus 12. Now in algebra, remember, if you have a number that's right next to a letter, the default operation is multiplication. So this means 1.5 multiplied by w. Okay, so all of their picture frames are always built to the same formula. All right, and you're given then an example. It says, what is the width of a frame that is 27 meters high? So we are provided with the h, and what we are looking for is the w. So we're provided with the h. In this case, the h is 27. So we've got 27 equals 1.5 w plus 12. Okay, now, and what are we trying to find? We're trying to find out what is the width. So our answer should hopefully should be something like w equals something. Okay, that's what we're trying to find out. What number is that going to be when h is 27? Okay, now you can do it this way around. I'm going to actually just rewrite it because I know a lot of people will feel more comfortable with it rewritten just the other way round. It doesn't make any difference. All right, this value is the same as this value. What I'm going to do is I'm now going to do 1.5 w plus 12 equals 27. Okay, it means exactly the same thing. Okay, but I just prefer to look at it this way, and I know a lot of the children do as well. Okay, now remember with algebra, this symbol, this doesn't mean the answer is. This means that whatever's on this side of the equals is the same value as whatever's on this side of the equals. Now this is where I show you just how bad my drawing skills are. My gosh, I've even astonished myself there. Okay, so this is an attempt to draw a sort of balance, all right, a balance scale. Okay, so here we have 1.5 w plus 12, and that is of equal value. That's not an h, that's plus 12. Okay, so this is of equal value to 27. All right, and what I'm trying to do is I want to find, this is what my answer is supposed to look like. I've got to get this w on its own. So I want to try and isolate this w. So I'm going to start taking some things away. Now, if I take something away from this side of the equation, I also have to take it away from this side of the equation, or it won't balance anymore. Okay, so let's go back to here. The first thing I want to do is I would like to get rid of this plus 12. Okay, and what I have to do is take 12 away from both sides. I want to take that 12 away, and then I need to take 12 away from this side as well. So I'm going to end up with 1.5 w equals 27 take away 12, which is 15. Okay, so all I've done here is taken 12 away from both sides of the equation. All right, and if you can see here, I've taken the same thing away from both sides, then my equation is still going to be in balance. All right, so 1.5 w equals 15. Now I'm still I'm closer, but this w still isn't on its own. All right, so how do I get the w on its own? Well, 1.5 times w, if I divide that by 1.5, I'm going to get the w on its own. So I'm going to divide this by 1.5. If I divide this by 1.5, I have to divide this by 1.5 as well. Okay, this is 1.5 w divided by 1.5, 15 divided by 1.5. I can just cancel these out. Okay, 1.5 times w divided by 1.5 leaves me with w, and that equals 15 divided by 1.5. Okay, so w equals 15 divided by 1.5. Okay, hopefully you'll just realize that 15 divided by 1.5 equals 10. All right, or 1.5 times 10 equals 15. Hopefully you'll be able to see that relationship, so it'll be hopefully fairly easy for you to do. Actually, what I'll do is write it underneath here. So W equals 10. All right, so that's my final answer, 10 centimeters. Okay, now I know there was some confusion because the answer book, I think it basically skipped a couple of steps. So let's have a look here. Right, I'm going to take away all of that. Right, here is the answer as presented in the answer book. And let's see, what did they write? So they said, if the frame is 27 meters high, then H is 27. Okay, we agree with that. So 27 equals 1.5 W plus 12. Okay, subtract 12 from both sides. Okay, so we've subtracted the 12 to find 15 equals 1.5 W. Yep, we agree, we got that. Now this is the bit that I think has caused confusion. All right, it doesn't actually state that you need to then divide both sides by 1.5. What it does do is sort of skip a step conceptually and point out that hopefully the children should see that 1.5 times 10 equals 15. So if you divide both sides by 1.5, you should be able to see that that 15 divided by 1.5 equals 10. So nothing gets multiplied by 10, okay? It's just pointing out that it hopefully is, rather than the child thinking, what's 15 divided by 1.5, which might seem a bit daunting because you're dividing by a decimal, they should hopefully fairly quickly see that 1.5 times 10 equals 15. And solve the problem that way. But the reason why this explanation isn't possibly the best is because it skips that step where both sides of the equation have to be divided by 1.5. All right, I hope that clears everything up.